Okay, everything looks good here.
Yo. I have arrived.
Looks like we got a last second sign up actually, so let me see here. We
Yeah,
should be doing Swiss.
sounds good to me. Oh yeah, we're up to 8 with you. I was wondering if Luminati was joining, because that's the first time seeing him on Fightcade since forever. Our our experienced Lightning player. There's been a few people popping up that have been interested in playing the character, and I hope they keep at it because it'd be cool to see it more. That's a very weird character, I would say, even for this game. But gets basically the most dominant, or at least equivalent to Vise pressure with that jump L, but also has the the jump to W, shoots the missiles on you, puts you into the block stun, and then cyberbots. If you are in block stun, you can't, or it's block stop. If you're in hit stop from block stun, you can't change your guard direction. So basically, you hit them with an overhead and a low really quickly, and one of them's gonna hit.
Actually, let me take a look at this for a second.
Yeah.
Because if it's Swiss, then it's gonna be hard because we're gonna have to stream my games as well.
Yeah.
So I think we're just going to stick to double elimination. Sorry about that, folks.
Nah, no worries. It's only 8 players because you're in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's save that and see who we have up.
I guess Lou's not joining unless he's one of these and I don't. He's
No.
using a different name. No. That's too bad. That would have been hype. Still, some faces we don't see often. That's exciting.
All right. Who do we want on? So it's gonna be me, and then we'll probably have. I'm gonna play first, and then I think we're going to get you versus Mysterious Z maybe, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Sounds good. Accidental chemical is Teddy. Gotcha. Oh, good idea to put in parenthesis.
So yeah, these are going to be first to 2 starting out. Once we get to the top 3, it'll be 3 out of 5.
Yep. The usual setup. Yeah. Playing Soul Calibur 1.
That's not a bad game. All right, I'm in.
Classic. Yeah. I'm gonna spectate on Fightcade on my end.
All right. Looks like
All
everything's
right,
good.
it's your guy. You're facing your guy. You're going with
Yep.
Tarantula. Okay. I've been practicing Tarantula too. I'm kind of on my core of 3 characters, but I'm happy with all 3 of them. Ooh, immediately getting punished with that target combo, doing so much damage. Nice little hopping insectoid move. Forgot the name of that. Ooh! Just from the 2 hits of the target combo, so much damage. Tarantula a little more HP than average because of those bug legs, despite the 40 frame. Not a lot, but still. You can see just how much Swordsman does a lot of damage. And hit with the downwards missiles into the Tarantula classic combo, doing heaps of damage. PolarBair trying, I think, to get that OTG grab with the light. Unfortunately, on Tarantula, it's only with the heavy. That does vary for character, hence why he'd make that mistake. Jump L with Swordsman, some pressure here, and we got the boost L. Now Tarantula's boost L is pretty unique in that it's very, very plus on the last hit. That's why he can do that combo on hit, and he's got advantage on block. Against someone who knows guard cancel, it can be a bit risky still, but well, you got other options at least. And PolarBair making back that advantage. A little OTG there. Ooh, an immediate. That was pretty tricky by him, but the grab will end the round. A pretty tricky.
Ooh. Okay, not a big punish.
Ooh, yeah, gets blocked, but manages to block the punish there. Very good air extendo claw. I need to learn that move's name. The extendo claw downwards. He can do it 5 different directions. Ooh, but the Slay Sword will do some okay damage. Not as much as I would have expected, honestly. Still, it accumulates. Very nice. The level 2 follow-up there from PolarBair. An accidental chemical, aka Teddy. On pretty low health there. Even if he would have missed the follow-up, he was at chip health, but he did not miss it. 8-hit combo will finish the match, and that's one for PolarBair. And then Teddy Chemical staying with Swordsman. Ooh, okay. Little tricky thing there. Manages to hit the Photon Splash. The Slay Sword will only destroy the missiles. And tries to stamp on him, but he will recover forward. And then the missiles just putting in that pressure target combo under. The pressure remains into a grab. Tries to recover forward, but PolarBair kind of saw that possibility. A little trade, more in PolarBair's favor. And then pushes, misses the follow-up there. Still pretty good damage overall. Goes for a big Slay Sword just out of range. And then the jump H throws him. Ooh, stomps the Photon Splash before the projectiles come out. And then just the 5L doing so much to keep him out, but doesn't matter if you do not block the boost L. So much damage out. First round to PolarBair on match point. Does the classic combo there, 8-hit combo. The missiles will prevent him from doing anything. Tries to knowledge check him just a little bit out of range. Teddy, be careful. That's a command grab. That's super. Ooh, very tricky here. Jumps in front of him, makes him think he's got to block. Another grab came out. You know, a lot of pressure there. Can Teddy make it out? No, the... what's it called? Is it Powered Wrecker for... Yeah, it is Powered Wrecker. What's the one for Vise?
I don't know why he's picking again. That's 2-0.
That's 2-0. You should tell him GG's and...
I did, yeah. Eager
it's
to
probably
play,
just
though.
the
That's
excitement.
a good sign, yeah.
The excitement of gaming. It is best of 3 until finals, yeah. As per usual. Except in Japan. In Japan, they ran their tournaments first of 1, and it is nerve-wracking. It's something else. First of 1.
Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy.
Alright, Mysterious Z. I'm not as brave as you when it's actual tournament. I'm always happy to stay on comms on our casual days, but on tournaments, I'm locking in. Be right back.
Understandable. This is a Canada match, so the connection's going to be guaranteed to be good. But, you know, we help each other out here. Looks like Mr. Z playing Reptos. Reptos is a good character. He's got a couple of very strong specials. You have Command Grab, which is 2/2 L or H. Light's preferred, obviously, because you can option select and get a light normal out. And Violent Wind Light as well, very good. Also very good jumping light, so in general you're going to learn to love your light buttons as Reptos. You can also combo using light into heavy like most characters. Well, the TheMonstreKing certainly knows how to go in with a character like Guldin. Yeah, this character can still do some major damage. Ooh, okay. Gets the arm swing. I believe that's 236. Either 236 version will spin without going into the air. Which is funny that this character kind of has two anti-air looking specials. One of them is a proper DP input, the other one 214A. 214A can be useful if you want to cross people up when they're in the air, which means they can't block it, which is very useful. Other than that, Guldin can be kind of an unpredictable character, so... We'll see what happens here. I imagine that Guldin will have a bit of trouble with Reptos' laser as well. Yeah, in general, if you're dashing down at Guldin with Reptos, that's what you want to do. It's going to be hard for him to stop you from doing that, although preemptively using the flamethrower is pretty smart. This is looking like a more solid game for Mysterious Z. I don't know how often he's played this game, but it's good to have people come out and play. Yeah, that 2L from Reptos is a very good button to mash. I think it's 4 frames startup, and it has quite a bit of range. Alright, using that flamethrower to keep Reptos at bay here. MonsterKing is looking very strong here. Yep, jumping forward, but also air blocking just in case he doesn't get through. Okay, heavy Violent Wind. They're doing a good chunk of damage. Oh, that could have been a throw. Ah, okay, Mysterious Z wins that one. Very close, very close. Yeah, they're both trying to get something done here. I think the main thing is like Reptos' own weapon will beat Guldin's at range, so if you're unsure of what to do, pressing the weapon button is probably the right call here. Ooh, okay, not a big punish on those Guldin suit specials. Is that gonna kill? It does. Good chunk of damage on that OTG throw. And once again, I want to remind you all, if you're going to Frosty Faustings, please do sign up for this game. If you're just hanging out, then that's also cool. It's good to have people here. I think it's nice that the level of character variety we see in Cyberbots, because there are some strong top tiers, but I think everyone's really got some juice to them, right? Like Guldin is usually prescribed as a low tier, but certainly doesn't suck. Oh, good air block. And yeah, that's going to snipe him. That dashing flamethrower is very fast. Okay, so I think that was 2-0 for MonsterKing. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it got me around, but it was the time for gold. It's always time for gold.
Check up on whichever set is going on, because I think they're both waiting.
Yeah. They're still going.
Let's see.
Which
They
one
have
check
Wedge
out?
up 1.
Yeah, okay. Reptos versus Jackal. Lots of Tatsus coming out from Wedge. We can see the round seems pretty even. Both of them 1 up. A little trade there. On the
Okay, good
using the
situation.
Tatsu. Oh, that's so frustrating. Using that super as a punish, but just out of range to get the full combo. What a
Okay,
bizarre super.
it's Tatsu time. Okay. Standing light, that does it.
Yeah, that's 5 Ls, pretty efficient. S91 Corey still going. I'm gonna go in and see exactly 1 move end it.
Possible.
Well, it is match point for S91, and yeah, kind of what I said would happen.
All right, fair
Still,
enough.
you can see Corey did some damage there with Vise. Having more Vise players, you know, scary, always scary. Always scared of going up against Vise. That's my nightmare.
No, I think we can
Wonder
do
what happened to VV.
losers on stream. So I'll get Mysterious Z versus Matric up next.
Yeah, no worries. These matches are pretty quick.
I think it will be nice to maybe give people some tips.
Oh, absolutely. Some tips and so just some view time, you know. Give them some love. Give them some appreciation for coming in our ancient game. Beloved and beautiful. Let's see it. Canada versus Brazil. A classic from my point of view, but also prone to some connection issues occasionally. Oh, and it's the Reptos mirror. Well, it's
This
a
is going
very
to
powerful
be
character.
good. Yeah, like I said, Reptos JL probably one of the best buttons in the game. Oh my god, let's go!
What? Violent Wind Brain Cell. I mean, you know, it's such a good fucking special. -1 on block, giant hitbox, combos. I don't know. Move does everything. It's really good. It looks so cool that I can't be mad at it. It can even be used without his arm, which maybe I do take a little problem with that. The first round goes to Mysterious Z with a good usage of that 2H. Cover a giant. That hitbox is even larger than it looks. It's such a gigantic move. Very good anti-air. Very good at like far poke. Of course, it's a laser. It's a mini laser blade. It is disjointed. It's just a strange addition to Reptos' arsenal, which is usually mostly like short range but quick normals. But this one
One
also
thing
really good.
I would love to see more throws. Throwing is pretty strong in Cyberbots by default.
Yeah. Not only does Reptos
Ooh.
have really good, but there it is. Just as you requested, we get the double command grab from Reptos. Reptos has a command grab that's barely stronger than his already really strong normal grab, but it is stronger. And I think it has additional range too. And as we saw, it can also OTG. Ooh, beautiful stage. Ooh, tries to go for the faraway satellite force. He was already out of there. Matric in white, Mysterious Z in blue. Player 1 and Player 2 colors. Cyberbots' biggest flaw being that there's no alternate palettes.
Oh,
Ooh,
there we
gets him
go.
with a command grab. No TG though. It can be a little stressful. Ooh, jump H. A bit of a risky normal, especially considering the other two jump attacks. There are crazy combos you can do if you do it really close to the ground. Otherwise, well, it is a unique hitbox. That is so
Nice.
cool. An interaction
Nice.
you basically never see. The two beams canceling each other out, Dragon Ball style. God, this is a good video game.
Yeah.
Jump L
The
into
situation
2L.
is weird because when you're both in the air, it's kind of whoever is higher wins. Reptos doesn't really have any. Most characters actually don't really reach above them with their jumping attacks. So the main thing you want to do is like either be there first or maybe use a weapon to anti them.
Yeah, especially since weapon actually does go higher, unlike the kicks. Oh, so many similar ideas in these two players' play styles. You can see this time, yeah. Oh wow.
Is this
Oh
gonna
no, are you
kill?
serious?
No.
Why
That sucks.
did so many of the hits miss? That's so frustrating. Wow. Nice comeback attempt from Mysterious Z. But yeah, Matric will take this one 1-1, and you can see both of them having, their own approach to it, but sharing some of the same ideas in 1-1. So perhaps they are fated rivals in the Reptos, the upcoming Reptos players to maybe dethrone S91.
Yeah,
A big
the
dunk
one
there, misses
thing
the second one. Yep.
I think is that you wanna get in close, and whenever you're seeing these like jump attacks land, you're not really seeing a follow up. If you go into for light, you can either OS throw or do your light heavy chain depending on the timing.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's and then jump L into light heavy into a special or a super is just insane damage.
Yeah.
And maybe this was the Canada Brazil connection issue we just got because I got half a second of lag there. The beautiful noise that Fightcade makes when that happens.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're seeing that weapon can be used as a far anti-air to some success, which is really interesting.
Yeah, the non-held version is so fast, it just comes out near instantly, and the large one will cause a bit more damage.
Oh.
Ooh, and the super interrupting the 2H, dealing a ton of damage there. Misses the OTG though and gets taken out of the air with a satellite force. And Mysterious Z will take this one, but pretty cool match, especially considering it's a mirror, which I'm generally a bit less hype about. Just as a personal thing, but
Yeah, for sure.
that was no, that was a great showing from both players.
Yep. Next up, we'll get Corey and ChemicalX on stream. I was a little rushed for this just because something happened with someone at work, and I wasn't sure what was happening with dinner and everything. But I'm just gonna run this through.
Yep. No worries. Let's
Oh,
see it.
yeah, that's cool to hear, Chris. I'm glad I can provide some entertainment as well. It's we'll see what happens. I've been applying for jobs myself, so if I get something soon, my schedule might change. But see, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, I don't have any streams planned. There will be a Kaneko Man tournament, though. I'm probably entering that. It's going to be low tiers only, so that'll be fun.
Oh, that's hype.
Yeah, I think he came out. Fish Trabs posted like a legal characters list. There's like Neptune Man, Buffalo Man, lots of cool guys on that.
Characters that are really strong in that game I keep mentioning, that funny fan game. One
Yeah,
day, one day we'll run it.
right. We're
Probably
seeing
will need
Swordsman versus
Parsec with that.
Vice. I'm a little more qualified to commentate on this matchup, but Swordsman is in kind of a weird position where. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to try to follow up PolarBair's thought here. I think the general idea is for Swordsman to play a bit more like a zoner than usual, because you want to keep Vise out of command grab range, of course. You don't want to be jumping too much because of that air command grab range. So you want to be taking advantage of the extra range of your normals as well as Photon Splash, kind of like keeping him out of the air approach. Gets him with the 2L. There's a pretty far-reaching low move from Swordsman. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Just using that 5L to kind of stop Vise from jumping around, from approaching. Using the Slay Sword, the big charge sword here, to force some chip to not let him just be pressing stuff randomly. But it is to be said that Vise can punish. Yeah, exactly like that with the missiles. The missiles can cross the screen really quickly. If you use the special version where it shoots 4 of them, a lot of damage can be popped out. And if you don't, as you can see, they have very low cooldown. Weapon moves in this game have cooldown until basically they're off screen. But some versions take more or less of the weapon gauge in the first place. Both of them pretty equal standing there. It's a little bit of a battle of attrition. Gets him with that power director, but doesn't get the hit grab, and the Giga Crush will do it with 1 point in Corey's advantage. What's the name of Vise? If Tarantula's grab, hit grab is powered, it's Capture Device. Okay. The hit grab is Capture Device. Sounds less scary than Powered Wrecker, and it technically is, because it's all about body scrap. But it still does pretty good damage, and gets him with the OTG pressure. Move that's really good on Vise because it is active on frame 1, right in front of him. So far, a little bit of an advantage for Corey, using those missiles pretty effectively in that low. But Swordsman has his own low with that sweep, the advancing chainsaw threads, and tries to keep him away, and will get him with that body scrap, finally seeing some of that command grab action. And you see, even at close range like that, the missiles are so fast, just prevents him from pressing anything up there in the air. Swordsman a bit weird on air-to-air, not completely useless, but he's definitely not as well equipped as Vise. Gets him with the L grab, a bunch of mashes there, gets the OTG as well. A bit
Alright,
risky
we're
to
back.
do. Hey, welcome back, PolarBair.
Yeah, I think the way Swordsman wants to play this is kind of be careful, you know, put down the electric net every so often, and mostly uses buttons. His 5L is very strong in this matchup. But
Yeah, I've been saying basically, like, try to keep Vise at least out of grab range with those disjointed normals, right? And play a bit more zoner than usual. Ooh, gets him with a capture device. But gotta be careful of those missiles. Ooh, dash H, 3 hits. And there's, as you said, the net comes out, protecting TheChemicalX. Only
yeah.
one hit on that dash H.
And some of the techniques Vice wants to use in order to make getting in easier is like, you know, triangle dash, jump L, using missiles. Canceling jump L into the missiles is also very scary because that, you know, instant plus frames, you can get in close and go for a command grab or whatever.
Gets him with a 5H at such low health, any hit would have done it. Yeah, I haven't seen Teddy use the special version of the missiles yet. I don't know if it's a preference thing or he's not as acquainted with that move, but that would be my one comment, because it changes their path, and it does a lot of damage if all 4 hit a grounded opponent. Gets him out of there with the Giga Crush, and a pretty good jump to H to add all of the hits. Both of them sharing that amazing jump to H on treads, and better than Lightning's. Lightning's only does 1 hit for some reason. Goes into super, it's at least guaranteed chip, not really easy to punish. But with that low health, it's going to be tough to come back. At least Vise doesn't have a lot of good chip options. Still, this is a very punishable move if it isn't canceled. And Corey will take this.
Good game.
But yeah, it's cool to see. I don't know, I feel like this game just invites people to play a lot of different bots, even though we have 3 Reptos in the bracket. But Reptos is both a very beginner-friendly character, very powerful, very,
Pretty cool, too.
Yeah, Muscle Fight, Big Bang Blitz. Sorry to respond late, but I am talking about Muscle Fight indeed. That game is kind of nuts. A Fighter Maker 95 game. I'll let you do the calls for next rounds. I don't know if you're going first or me.
Yeah, I'll put you up first. So that is going to be MonsterKing versus Wedge.
Sounds good.
All right, there we go. Right, so this time we got Killer Bee versus Tarantula. We'll seeing Wedge try Tarantula. I think this character has a bit of a higher skill floor than some characters just because you have to use a wider variety of tools. I mean, 2L is great, but for example, for combo starters, you have kind of a weird... You have some very high damage ones, but they rely on you like hitting missiles or boost L out in the open. Tarantula's 5L is pretty slow, so his standard target combo isn't very strong in practice. But if you can work out like the timing on dash L into 623H, that's a huge amount of damage. Especially on this character, Killer Bee, who's got the lowest health in the game. So, you know, if you find yourself in a situation where Killer Bee is eating the full damage, that's usually like 50%. Nice unblockable setup. Yeah, if you air block those missiles and Tarantula is close enough to you, if they're acute to put out the super there, there's not much you can do. I mean, if you're in range, they're going to get you. He's very good with those. Wow, okay. This might be a very good character pick for Wedge. We'll see what's able to happen now, because the thing about Killer Bee is he's also very good at moving through the air. Tarantula has jumps, but they do have specific angles that each move can cover, right? Part of the difficulty of playing Tarantula is a bit like Dalsim in other Street Fighter, or Street Fighter 2 specifically, I guess Alpha as well, where you have to use all of his moves. In Tarantula's case, it's mostly the 236 and 632 in the air series, the little grabby claw there. You got to use all the different angles of that, and if you're committing to one, you're not covering the others. I guess what I'm trying to say is this character doesn't have a like workhorse normal that does everything for him. He's got to use a bunch of different moves. And Killer Bee, on the other hand, is pretty adept at weaving around your stuff and poking from the air by using the mines and other buttons. Ooh, nice defensive air throw coming out from MonsterKing. Alright, kind of a stare down here. MonsterKing is certainly trying to catch his breath and not do anything too risky as this character. Okay, gets a full super. I think if MonsterKing can slow this down and fight against Tarantula's relentless mix-ups, he can bring this one back. Oh no! Is that gonna kill? Jeez. I cannot believe that happened so quickly.
Hate to do it to you, Wedge, but I also love to do it to you, you know?
Wait, what? Did I have the player sides wrong? Monster, you won?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I was
Were you
confused because
confused?
I saw the Killer Bee. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, okay. Well played.
Thanks. No, that's not how I play Killer Bee.
That's
Wedge
fair.
played pretty well, but his gameplay is very different than mine. Using that jump H really well from him, I would say. He was focused on it, but it got me and it worked. So good job on him for that. 2H and jump H into 2L. But yeah, doing those missiles into the super at the end. This is why I select Tarantula at all. Feels way too good, man. 11 years ago. Yeah. This is the thing, right? Muscle Fight's been updated like regularly
Mm.
for years and years. It's just crazy. I don't like some of the new versions they made of older characters. Like the pixel art is a bit better, but the way they play. 2 decades. Yeah, yeah. They started not long after Fighter Maker 95. I think like in 99 or 2000. Just a bunch of Japanese hobbyists who really like big muscle man
All
and
right.
I guess blenders.
I'm gonna challenge S91.
All right, best of luck to you.
Yep.
Get him, get him. Come meet me in finals. Get his ass. Reduce him to rubble. He's had it too good for too long. I say as I won the previous
All right.
monthly.
How locked in are we?
Follow your heart, man.
Oh man, here it comes.
As we expect. He's been playing it more and more, and you know, taking some rounds off of me sometimes, using those missiles and the DP really efficiently. Still a character that struggles a bit, and yeah, not very wise of him to press a projectile while you're charging the sword, but hey.
Ooh.
He's quite addicted to that teleport too. Sometimes something that can be taken advantage of, because in the air he can't cancel the recovery if he's teleporting back into the air. If he's on the ground, you always got to be careful for that DP. Ooh, gets him behind him. Tried to charge that little... I think he was trying to hit you with the infinite. He got him good there. Oh, frame 1 DP. Kind of risky against Swordsman, the one character with a really disjointed 5L. Ooh, okay, okay, and that will be in PolarBair's advantage. A little exchange of the paralyzing electric moves. Oh, this time the net doesn't hit, though. It's not able to punish. Slay Sword to maintain the pressure. PolarBair got him in the corner, no punish on the DP, though. Big Slay Sword there, forces some chip, and he will use his super. No big punish there, since Gaits is considered airborne the whole time. Tries to go for a little... I guess it was dash in DP that got the projectile instead, or he missed the window for dash L, but doesn't punish PolarBair there. Oh, these matches are so fast, man. Removes his arm, he gets it back. Big jump-ins from S91. PolarBair releases the Giga Crush just to get that gauge out. And S91 on his last legs, but
I
Photon
got lucky
Splash.
there.
I don't know. That was good timing. That was good timing on your part. Good job. Gets the Gaits. Forcing question mark S91 to play a different character? Who knows? On his winners bracket, he might maintain the Gaits. No, goes for his beloved Jackal, his secondary character after Reptos. As you can see, you cannot, even with Jackal's giant 5L, Swordsman is even faster and more disjointed. Slightly less giant for anti-air, but it doesn't matter. Ooh, but the Tatsu pressure. Ooh, and grabs him with that heat rod. The arm pull move, very low damage there, but gets the weapon into grab, guaranteed combo OTG for excessive damage there. Boosts 2L, gets him with the chainsaw legs, whatever it's called when it's Swordsman doing it. Ooh, a little punish window there, doesn't quite get it, unfortunately. Photon Splash, guaranteed chip with a Slay Sword, but the air-to-air will be in S91's advantage. Goes for the laser screen, but the grab from PolarBair, putting him in the corner, waiting for something, gets the grab again. OTG, bad timing there. I think S91 succeeded a grab. They're both on pretty even terms, but the Giga Crush will beat the Tatsu.
Ooh.
Slight health advantage, but the grab will finish it, and that's 1-1. Such a close round, though. Yeah, beam wall weapon is cool, but as you can see, if S91 does it early and his opponent doesn't tech, it's a little wasted. I don't think it hits if they slow get up. Oh, good stage again. Little photon splash damage there, and the low Tatsu to maintain that pressure. That was the heavy version, so he could combo. Ooh, tries to go for Slay Sword charge just a little too long and gets stomped, and then the Tatsu combo up to 7 hit, and the Tatsu into the grab. Great timing from S91 there, maintaining that huge pressure. He's got the gauge, he's probably ready to either use that. Ooh, never mind, did not need it. This time we'll catch with the anti-air heat rod catch, which I definitely know the name of. Ooh, frame 1 super, it is safe, so it's fine to just throw it out there. Luckily, PolarBair was prepared. Grab. And the net will punish the Tatsu, but once again, Stomp beats Slay Sword. PolarBair recognizes that it was the light Tatsu, was able to punish it.
GG's. Actually, wait, no, that's 1-1.
No, that's 1-2. Now you're GG'd.
Okay, GG's. I got so wrapped up in it. Yeah, well played.
It was the same stage too, so I understand your confusion. You got the same stage twice in a row.
Yeah,
good fight though. Good fight.
S91 has many strong characters.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been very good on both Jackal and the Reptos, of course. Also somewhat good on Gaits, but that character is a bit more limited.
All right, we're gonna do winners finals first, so there's not too much hold up. It's gonna be you versus S91.
Sure, sounds good. Finals, so first to 3. All right, well, wish me luck. I'm gonna fucking need it.
All right, who are we seeing? Looks like it's going to be Tarantula again. This matchup's kind of tricky because, like, when Jackal's in the air, it's a little tricky for Tarantula to force him to get down. At least until he's got the super on deck. Okay. Wow, nice anti-air from S91. Getting the extra bit of damage from that, shot. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, if you get hit by that, that's going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, the little blaster OTG into throw, it does like just enough extra damage to knock their arm off in that sequence, which is really clutch. In general, it helps to like have a weaker hit in order to confirm your OTG state, so using the blaster, using jump 2H usually does it. Right. The switch to Guldin is really helping out MonsterKing's case here, though. Ooh, trying to do, I think, a guard cancel, boost weapon, which unfortunately does have a bit of a blind spot on it, so you have to be careful. Nice, gets it as Guldin. It's possible to cancel the weapon, the flamethrower. Everyone can cancel their weapon because it counts as a normal move, unless it's one of the very rare weapon specials like Jackal's beam or you know, the homing missiles from 40 and Vise. But Guldin, for example, can cancel flamethrower into 623 for lots of damage. Okay, big damage there as well. I think all he needs really is like a throw or something like that in order to win. Wow. Apologies, had to get up for a second. Looks like we're on to Reptos now. This is S91's main, definitely. So, going to see how well this helps him in the fight against MonsterKing. Oh yeah, that grab trick is very dangerous. The way it works is that you have to do boost, 2-2L, stop your boost in order to grab. So usually the input is press boost, do 2-2, boost, and then L in order to get it out. If you're picking up this character, you should try that out in training mode just to get an idea of where you can do it. It's very strong with Reptos. But we're on to Killer B now. You're gonna see how this works out. Okay, that was a good trade for MonsterKing and leads to him getting the throw in reversal. Nice air throw. Oh man, the defensive air throw coming out from S91 now. That's the other thing about air throws, right? You try to get in on someone. If you're air to airing them, then usually they'll recover and be able to air throw you before you land, which is quite scary. Wow, good catch from MonsterKing. Yeah, Killer B is very effective at flying around like this and mixing you up, and that's pretty much what is looking like it's going to bring MonsterKing the win here. Well, this character's neutral is certainly not bad either. Yeah, MonsterKing has got to watch out here. Okay, mash out of the throw. Don't get hit by anything that does chip damage. Very close. If he can get one more hit, that could be it. Ah, yeah, traps him and S91 choosing the right version of the laser screen there to catch him.
Oh, wow, wow. Oh, wow, wow. Beam wall weapon, okay, is cool, but it does too much chip damage. That's what I'll say about it. It doesn't need to do that much chip if you block it. Because it OTGs, and it hits 3 times. I think that's the issue. Saving Warlock to Grand Finals, you're gonna get banned, sir. He texted me, if I see Guldin, I'm picking Warlock. He's got 1 nightmare, and yet he still prevailed. He prevailed against the Flamethrower Nightmare
That's
this
true.
time.
All right, I'm gonna play Mysterious Z next, and then we'll get Wedge and Corey on stream as well.
Sounds good. Crap. Oh yeah, I have to open it. True.
All right, we're in.
Alright, PolarBair back with Swordsman, Mysterious Z, Reptos. A Photon Splash to control the air here. Getting him in with that 2L and the 2H. Showing PolarBair that Reptos too has a laser blade. Ugh! Well, the Photon Splash angle doesn't quite catch Reptos out of the air there. Oh, this time it will, and the Slay Sword just out of range. Vertical Gear tries to get him out of there. And the Violent Wind in PolarBair's face. And we'll get the double hit, the heavy version of Violent Wind. Not as safe on block, but larger hitbox and much larger damage. Jumps right over that laser, but Mysterious Z jumps right over the Photon Splash, and this time, unfortunately, PolarBair will get the large laser in the face. 5L, 5L. And the Slay Sword, the 5L little target combo into the Slay Sword. Managed to get a hit there. Still on full health. Jump L to maintain that pressure. 2L, 2L, and the Laser Sword. Lots of damage here. The Electric Net, dash H. Gets the laser there. And once again, a big laser cannon doing so much for Mysterious Z, using that satellite force to zone him out a bit. PolarBair gets the grab. And big combo from Jump 2H. I believe that was a true combo. Despite the announcer not saying the combo, they only say that if a special attack was used in it, which can lead to confusion for newer players. Speaking of which, 2-hit combo with the Photon Splash. A little OTG there, but misses the chainsaw legs. It's pretty tough to go into it. Unfortunately, Swordsman, one of the 2 robots not to have an OTG grab along with Helion, makes it a bit tougher for a 2 OTG. Mysterious Z on his last legs, any hit will chip, well, any hit of special attack. And that Photon Splash, almost narrowly avoiding it, but unfortunately followed its path a little too closely. Next, Reptos again. Yeah, I don't know if Mysterious Z has other characters. Ooh, gets him with the Electric Neck. I think that counted as back turned. It's hard to tell sometimes. Ooh, tries to go for the Slay Sword, but gets Jump L right on time by Mysterious Z. Dash in the swords. Big pressure from PolarBair there with the OTG. A 2L gonna keep him out of further rush down. It's a pretty good far-reaching 2L. However, despite the animation, it is not a low. Reptos does not have a single low. Dash in. Special target combo that only Swordsman can enjoy. Will do enough damage to let him finish the round with a photon splash, hitting twice into the net. Big combo there with the OTG. 11 hit combo. Pretty cool. Give me a clip here. Pretty cool combo into the electric net. We love to see those. And the big laser. Trying to keep PolarBair out. This time it works because he went for the Slay Sword dash H. I'm not sure how punishable that is. It looks the case, but I could be wrong. And they're both kind of engaging in the zoning war.
Oh, GG's.
And the Slay Sword this time will be released early onto the laser gun. I don't know if you could hear me during that, but
Yeah, that was very good.
yeah, I got you a clip of your crazy combo into the net. That was really exciting.
All right, we'll get Wedge versus Corey up next. I'm happy to see Corey join. She's one of the many VTubers I know. I keep saying this, that I have a lot of friends in the VTuber spheres. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, she's been doing some good work with that Vise, more Vise players to terrify my life.
Yep.
And Wedge really surprised me with this Killer Bee pick. It's pretty cool to see people who have multiple characters. Let's see what he goes with against Corey. Killer Bee. From my point of view, Killer Bee versus Vise is a pretty rough. I wonder about Jackal, though. Not a character I've played enough to be able to tell. It seems like it'd be decent with that 5L at least being able to create a lot of space. Got a little beam there. Ooh, using that dashing H cancel into Tatsu to maintain that pressure, but changing sides, pretty interesting. El Tatsu here. I don't know if Corey is used to enough that she can tell whether it's the L or H version. Ooh, and we get the really special. Unfortunately, it's a bit tougher to do on a Treads type because their on the ground timing is a bit longer, and I think their hitbox is a bit smaller to their hitbox for the OTG, but still got the multi-hit special Tatsu OTG. One of the more unique OTG possible moves in the game. That can be led into a grab freely if timed properly. It's very tough to do on bots that aren't Super 8, but as you can see, it did a ton of damage. Helped a lot for Wedge to
yeah, it's
get
very
that
cool
game.
to see that come out, because it's like, it seems a little impractical against a lot of characters, but if you can get it, the damage is huge. Oh.
Ooh, the arm pull, how rare. And for once, the mash move actually doing something good for a Jackal player. I think Corey is not mashing directions when she's getting grabbed by an L grab. That'd be my recommendation to her, to make those L grabs a bit shorter.
Yeah. The big thing I think Vise wants to do here is like try and use JL in order to pin down Jackal. But when you've got like this low life, it's very hard to really make anything happen because you're always in danger.
Yeah, you gotta depend on those missiles, I guess, to create the opportunity.
Yeah, so it's jump L cancel into 236W, that's the one.
And Wedge really using the different Tatsus in a pretty good way to maintain his offense. But yeah, Corey, my recommendations here would be more boost jump L and more special version of the missiles that have been sorely lacking, I would say. To at least vary it a little bit.
Yeah, I think like she's making like the smart choice to play somewhat defensively, but I think the thing with Vise is like
Oh,
your
they're
big
there.
damage is coming from like missiles, command grab. The fact that you have the command grab, right? If you can get the execution down on it, that's very deadly.
Yeah, I think that was an attempt from her. I don't know if it was out of range or just a misinput. Ooh, this time the frame 1 G pressure will allow her to get out of the corner. And the repeated use of those missiles, both of them down to their last legs, but the missiles will close it out. They come out so fast, and when both are on the ground, those crouch missiles are basically just really extended hitbox. And here, also doing a lot for an anti-air. Catches Wedge with the capture device. And this time it is Corey's turn to use the arm pull move. A weird command grab that pretty much every robot has, or at least every robot with an arm. And comically, you can't do it on the armless robots. Ooh, goes for the super. I don't know if this
Hell
was a
yeah.
knowledge check. And the OTG missiles will close out the round.
That's crazy.
And Corey takes this. Holy. Yeah, I don't know if this was a knowledge check moment or if Wedge was still in the recovery and that was kind of guaranteed there. But either way, really good super from Corey, and getting the missiles on top is just, yeah, quite a beautiful way to end it. Ooh, the mash move was faster than, I'm not sure what Corey was doing there, but it was faster than that. Ooh, and the stomp, this time Wedge putting a lot of pressure on Corey, and we see the beam screen. Gets him with a capture device. And the looping Tatsu. Just called Dizzy Boomerang. That's a funny name for a special move. Was that a command grab? It's still a pretty decent low on Vise. We got the heavy version of G pressure there, doing pretty good damage. And the special version of the missiles, the double missile. Yeah, using those missiles as a really good anti-air.
It's a very funny feature, the way the heavy version rolls over them. Oh, sweep doesn't reach.
Oh, combo into super will allow Wedge to take it. 2L into super is a pretty tight input, even if it's still technically special cancelable, but in Cyberbot's super fast world, it can be like that. Yeah, very good job from Corey, though. That was some pretty impressive second match there. Did you manage to clip the? I should have clipped it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't clip it. Sorry.
No, my bad. I should have done it too.
All right. I'm going to have to play Wedge. Here we go.
Good luck.
It's still first to 2.
Yeah. The next one is losers finals against me. So whoever wins, will it be he versus me, or will Wedge get his revenge? No apologies to the viewers. My comment will be delayed by a few seconds when it's a PolarBair match.
Yeah.
Ooh, on the spaceship, Swordsman versus Jackal. Here we go. Maintaining that pressure with a little bit of delayed target combo. Ooh, but the multiple... Ooh, and it gets the punish. Things are happening too fast for me to describe them. Oh, but the Slay Sword anti-air doing a ton of damage into the full OTG combo. Tries to sweep him, but he was ready, blocking low.
Ah, dang.
Not this time. Oh, gets hit with that weapon. It's such a sneaky projectile that I also hate. 5 out. Ooh, tries to get a little combo there, doesn't quite get it. I think it had to be the second hit of that. Yes. Ooh, and gets the boost 2L into the super, doing quite a bit of damage there. Ooh, but we got the Jackal combo into Heavy Tatsu. And he's maintaining that frame advantage with that Heavy Tatsu quite a lot. Wedge using them, almost relying on them as his primary offense. PolarBair trying to make something happen here. Gets hit with that weapon. Ooh, gets him with the electric net, but too far away to make much of a conversion there. And unfortunately, the weapon will air to air pretty good for Wedge. That'll be 1-0.
Right, that was pretty good. I was jumping around hoping to like avoid the dizzy boomerang there, but he got me.
Yeah, that weapon and its various angles is pretty sneaky, and it hits a lot for a lot more damage than you'd expect a projectile that size. Ooh, and the big Tatsu combo, which Wedge seems to be quite in love with for logical reasons. Oh, but this time PolarBair was ready and immediately reacts with a vertical gear, getting him out of there. Still the mini stray hits have allowed.
Dang.
Oh, did not get this. Oh, he didn't have the super yet. Couldn't do the full combo after that electric net. And the first round goes to Wedge. Blocked super. That's very good for PolarBair. Got the Giga Crush to get him out of the sky. Puts down the electric net on top of him to keep that pressure. A little trade, but kind of in PolarBair's advantage, at least positionally. But the once again, the plus frames of that dizzy boomerang doing so much for Wedge. Ooh, jump 2H on all 3 hits. Think you can cancel up to the second. Maybe it's all 3 for Jackal. Ooh, light into throw. Pretty sneaky from PolarBair. Allows him to get quite a good advantage. And you can see Wedge kind of changing his game plan to be more slow and steady approach. And that weapon hit will... Oh, and gets him! That weapon hit does find the... putting PolarBair to chip range, but PolarBair with the Giga Crush anti-air into the OTG gets that round narrowly. Ooh, jump L. Oh, got hit during his charge. Swordsman really a character that does not want to be caught without his arm. More than most. Some of them can deal pretty decently without it. Ooh, very sneaky in how he used that photon splash to delay him falling and then grab him. And PolarBair making his comeback here, but the dizzy boomerang assault is, as usual, pretty tough to deal with. Quick, light Slay Sword, but the trade, well, there's not even a trade. He got stuff with that projectile. big guaranteed chip with a fully charged version, and the net. I think that wasn't a combo, but it forced him to block, and the chip was so much that it killed him. 1-1. What a beautiful comeback from PolarBair. Yes, and the frame 1 5L from a Swordsman player, almost to be expected, beats pretty much any button from anybody. But the Tatsu combos from Wedge already doing so much damage. Ooh, vertical gear right under him. He tried to be smart with that 2H, but vertical gear is kind of the goat of the anti-air moves, at least those without invincibility. But unfortunately, punished by a grab from Wedge, who gets the first round. This time they both dash backwards, trying to find their space. And interestingly, oh, not quite a full combo there, but interestingly, Wedge choosing to use his Giga Crush far away there. I guess he wants to have that charge cancel available. But Slay Sword getting beat up by that projectile, and tries to go for the anti-air there, and he is in chip range. That last Tatsu will do it. GG's. Nice try, PolarBair.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well played from Wedge.
Oh, you made your own clip, Corey? That's hype. That's hype. No, oh, you named the one I made, I think. I don't know. What matters
But
is the
yeah,
clip
you're
is
going
good.
to have to play Wedge now.
Oh, yeah. That does seem to be the way things are going. First to 3 this time, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, well, let's see what happens.
All right, let's see what it is. We got Guldin versus Jackal this time. I don't know how ready Wedge is going to be for the Guldin pick here, but he does have you know, up to 3 games to learn it. So we'll see what happens. Right, gets counter poked out of the charge there, so he loses his arm. That's the one thing about charging that kind of holds it back, or at least, you know, something you got to watch out for when using it if you're close enough. Misses the tech as well. Always harsh missing the tech because you're gonna eat so much damage for it. If you can, you know, if you're not 100% confident in the timing, you at least want to try and mash boost. There's no lockout for it, so you can always attempt to tech. Okay, gets the combo into the super there. That's going to do a ton of damage. Wedge trying to do a walk-up throw there, alright. Boost. And he gets anti-aired by the weapon. That move is so fast. Right, we're getting right back into it. I think the main thing is, yeah, the weapon is going to be very useful for Jackal in this matchup because it's going to beat out Guldin Flamethrower, and it's just going to give him cover for his approach game. If you can do weapon charge cancel too, that means you'll build your meter and you'll have access to Super or Giga Crush faster, which can be helpful. Oh, probably. If Guldin's ever whiffing something like that, you probably want to do the air capture 236H just for the damage. Okay, good boost weapon there from MonsterKing. All right, well, Wedge is bringing this back slowly. Right, good throw. And yeah, Guldin's not so fast that he can really do much about the beam wall on Oki. A nice throw from Wedge. This is looking a lot better for Wedge already. I think he's starting to figure out what makes Guldin tick, and the fact that he's slow means it kind of limits his ranged options. Oh, nice reversal throw coming out from Wedge. And yeah, any bit of chip damage here is going to take it. Yep. Oh, all right. We got the switch to Tarantula now. This is going to be interesting. I think this matchup is pretty much even, but it can be kind of tricky for Tarantula to play the way he wants, if that makes a lot of sense. Okay, good choice to use a 2L there. Although I think this assumes that Wedge is trying to guard cancel, because then the 2L would call it out. Oh, okay, doesn't quite get the sit up there. He's a little bit too far for it to work. I think if he had gone for throw there, that would have worked, but 5L actually coming out. Wow. Not very often you see the Tarantula 5L for the kill there. I do like the retreating claw, though. That is a pretty safe counter poke option. Okay, and MonsterKing also charging up that meter, hoping to use the super sometime soon. Nice 5L there from Wedge. Yeah, using 5L as an anti-air is going to help a lot in this matchup. This is a very close match, and you know, time is going to start to be a factor soon. The MonsterKing is sort of keeping in control here just by using the missile smartly. Nice Giga Crush there. That's going to catch Wedge. It looks like MonsterKing is up 2-1. Oh, damn. Let's see. What a good match there from MonsterKing. I like looked away for a second and he was on top of Wedge. This character can really run away with it sometimes. Oh, the cancel into the little grabby arm there for a quick landing. You can kind of use the arm equally as like a weird landing timing mix-up. It's very fascinating to use that way. Oh my god. That's going to be it for MonsterKing. That's 3-1.
GG's.
Right, well, you know what it is. This is going
All too
to
well.
this is going
All
to be
too
grand
well.
finals.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Ugh. Ugh. Who will be my hero in these dark times? Which of my bots am I going for? Well, let's find out.
This is going to be an interesting one. I think, you know, when it comes down to it, Guldin's speed and limited movement are just really big setbacks in this matchup because you've only got one air dash and it doesn't really go all that far. Okay, there might be a chance though. Ah, reversal throw. That's a killer. Okay. Funny reversal option there from TheMonstreKing. Oh, that's kind of a bad trade for TheMonstreKing, actually. Gets just a little bit of the super and now is without meter. Good catch, though. Oh, if he had done flamethrower there to catch S91, that might have been it. Oh, using the super at the tail end there, that was a good call out from TheMonstreKing. He does have to be careful here, though. That damage is going to stack up. Okay, light throw. Okay, we're still alive. There's comeback potential, maybe. This is a very scary situation, though. Wow, TheMonstreKing gets in there and is able to take first game. Okay, good back boost out of there from S91, not wanting to get the constant chip damage coming out. Oh, you gotta be careful about where you try to charge as Guldin, though. Guldin and Reptos would both have like a nerf charge where it's they're committed to it for 16 frames minimum instead of 8, so using it for offense is kind of dicey. Oh, I was expecting TheMonstreKing to go for a throw in that situation, but he was calm, played it smart. Gonna be pretty crazy if he's able to bring this one back. Okay, big combo from S91 though. Really good trade from TheMonstreKing actually. Right, air blocks a Giga Crush, so it's been wasted for now. Oh man, defensive air throw coming out from S91 and a quick combo to take the game. The round rather. Man, they're just both playing so fast here. Okay, nice punish from TheMonstreKing there. He's been playing this character a lot, so he knows the ins and outs of Guldin interactions with various moves and characters like that. Oh, able to rush in after the super. I have no idea what that actually is on block. Oh no, they're pretty much even right now. One hit could do it. Oh no, OTG throw. That could have been it. That's a scary situation here. Both of them are looking for it. Oh man, is that it? Yeah, misses the tech, so that's going to be one for S91 on the board. It is nice to see MonstreKing sticking to Guldin here, though. This character certainly does have what it takes to get it done. Oh no, that's a big punish there. Yeah, right now they're pretty much sitting at full screen. One of them wants to make the first move. Oh, that lingering hitbox on the laser wall there is huge. And this is unfortunately not looking great for MonstreKing. There's plenty of time, but... Okay, lands his own super though. MonstreKing is back in it. He's really playing defensively and backing up here, looking for S91 to maybe put himself in a bad range. No. No arm, but... Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the plan was, but... Unfortunately, the MonstreKing finds himself right under Reptos there, and that's not where you want to be. Right, we're on to the Killer Bee this time. This is his last stand, MonstreKing. At this point, he has to make it happen for 2 more games, otherwise he's out. Okay, so far things are looking pretty good for MonstreKing. He's got to be careful though, especially with that drill. Nice. The way that Killer Bee's movement is so fast in this game that he can kind of follow you like that and set up random cross-ups. And, you know, they're not going to do a lot of damage, but he does like 5 of those, and it just happens so fast that he can afford to keep going for those mix-ups. So I like to compare this character to like Chip or Milia from Guilty Gear. That's probably the closest analog they've got. Although it's a little weird because he doesn't really have a short, fast button like those characters because he's got all these sword moves. I guess that's true, yeah, 2L is probably, what, like 4 frames, right? But Killer Bee's projectile is almost as important to him as, like, any of his normals, definitely. Having the privilege of an air throw in this game is also a big deal. Oh, man. Yeah, good use of Reptos' laser beam there, though. I think in general you're going to want to use that a little more against Killer Bee just to prevent him from, you know, running in like that. Oh, man, yeah, and you can see the consequences of having low health in this matchup. Nice air throw. Okay, gets a bit of chip damage on there too. The dig attack, not great. Does not eat the full punish, but this is a scary situation for MonstreKing here. Oh no. Oh, he's alive, but any bit of chip damage is, yeah, it's gonna do it.
Yeah, that wasn't too great, but whatever.
Yeah, 3-1. I mean, you interacted well, right? Sometimes that's just how the game is, but I think that wasn't too bad.
We got close. We got close.
Yeah, Wedge, I think Frosty is basically going to be a completely different audience. I'm trying to think of who would be ahead of me in that. Mebeador, Moo Master, probably.
Yeah, Mib for sure. That guy's just got fighting games memorized. Even if he didn't touch it in a while, he'll still do pretty good.
Yeah, it's funny in that way. But
The
we'll
only
see.
the only person I'd like trust to get him out of a bracket is S91, and well, he's not going to Frosty, so
Yeah, I would assume not. But let me just look over it again just to see who it might be. Yeah, Mebeador, Moo Master. Perfect Orange has been practicing a bit, so it'll be interesting to see him. He's been in the Discord, but he wasn't in bracket tonight. Yeah, it's all like a different lineup, which will be interesting. We got 13 entrants so far, which is pretty good.
that's pretty hype, yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you all later. Let me look for someone to raid.
Yeah, I wish I could make it, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to let you all carry on the bots for me.
Yeah, and we'll have to think about you, Mad. I would like to make it happen, but no promises yet.
That'd be hype. Hey, thanks for hosting as usual. Thank you to everyone for playing. That was good times, good bots.
All right, I'm gonna throw it over to Ryudo. He's cool and he's playing Kirby Superstar. I'll see you all later.
Bye bye.